Welcome to another edition of First Person, sponsored by the Bruns Realty Group in Troy on Tip Colesville Road, celebrating 65 years of experience in residential and commercial real estate. See Bruns Realty for your next move. They'll help you make it a good one. Bruns Realty, again on Tips Colesville Road in Troy, sponsors of First Person on PressProsMagazine.com. Baseball is our topic this week, and the guy to my right here is very well known in area high school baseball, amateur baseball. Trent is the head baseball coach for about 50 years at Vandalia Butler High School. A great record, great legacy, a lot of great players, great wins, great teams, titles, and thanks first of all for taking the time to talk baseball with me today, because as we do this, man, it's nasty outside.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and it's always a good time to talk baseball.
No, there is no bad time. I talk right up that all the time. I make some people upset about that.
Yeah,
but
I'm right with you.
But it is what it is. I mentioned the fact of your record and consistency here, and it is exemplary because you've been here a long time. Had a lot of great players, great teams, great kids. You talk about the record, and when you talk about your record, you have to talk about consistency. I don't know how many titles you've won in a row, but it's been a bunch of them in the GWalk North, and that's easier said than done. How have you done that?
Well, first of all, we have good kids. We have good kids in this district that are very coachable. We have a great coaching staff. One guy can't do this. Coach Bardinero. Mike Bardinero has been in this program for, I think it's going on 18, 19 years. Steve Clark's been coaching here longer than I have. He was here with Coach Costello, and he's stayed on. And Scott Thompson had been with us my first probably, 17, 18 years. He took a few years off to watch his kids play softball, and he's back this year. And we've had a lot of good guys that have been former players come back and coach. Tyler Cook has coached with us. Matt Roberts has coached with us, and I can go on and on. Matt Heiss, Eric Nallroth was with us for quite a time. We've had Scott Jones with us, who's now the coach at Edison State. Doug Herzog was in our program. Todd Tincher was with us quite a while. So we've had really good coaches.
What you're telling me is, with all those names, that baseball matters in the Butler School District.
I think it does.
The baseball matters. That's the $64,000 question, because we're going everywhere this spring, and a lot of people, as I mentioned to you off camera, are telling me they don't have enough numbers for JV baseball suddenly. And how can you make baseball matter in a community outside Dayton like Vandalia Butler, where it's obviously very important?
Yeah, well, I think you have to do things for kids to want to play. We take a spring trip to Myrtle Beach. Kids enjoy that. That was unheard of in the 80s when I played, and probably back when you played. You never heard a high school team doing that.
Jim Hardman took us to Springfield.
Okay, well, there you go. It was a little south, maybe. So things like that. I think you have to give your kids a good product. We try to maintain our field. We try to, give them quality coaching. I think out there the games are fun. We have an announcer playing music. I think a lot of people, as you leave the high school, go to the games. I think it's kind of a cool event that kids see. And I work on getting kids playing. I'm here in the high school. I teach here. I see who athletes are and who they aren't, and there's certain kids I have my eye on that I make sure that we try to get in our program, because for our school and the type of kids we have, we've got good baseball kids. I don't know how many kids are going to go on in some of the other sports. It's just, this sport is kind of made for, I guess, what the kind of kid we have in this district.
You talk about making it important, as I just posed to you, but the fact that you said, here, for my 17, 18, 19 year kids, 19 years in this program, that says an awful lot, because when you have the consistency of that guy being there, and the kids know what the expectations are, they know what you expect of them, that has an awful lot to do with it. Jim Hardman was there a long time, Frosty was there a long time,
Yeah.
Tim Engelke was there a long time. Good baseball men have good programs because they're there a long time.
Yeah, yeah, and I think, you know, I enjoy it. I don't know, I enjoy being around the kids, and I hope they enjoy being around us. I know some programs maybe are very military-like, and I'm not into that. I mean, there's discipline on the field. You know, Lou Brunswick was, you know, he let you have your personality, but there were times, you know, if you miss a hit and run, you're going to hear it. You know, I mean, there were certain things you got to think that, I don't know. I think there's certain things that are important for baseball, and I think there's some things that are stressed that I don't feel are important.
By the way, thanks for bringing up Lou's name. I forgot that. I would have heard about that. Trent is our guest this week on First Person, the head baseball coach. 8-0 as you're starting this season off to another great start. And I have to ask you the question about the State of the Union. You mentioned about kids wanting to play, and the kids know it's important and want to be a part of this. What is the State of the Union of amateur and particularly high school baseball in your view?
I think it's good. I mean, I see, you know, I see the travel circuit. My son has done travel ball for the last, I don't know, 9-10 years. Mm-hmm. So I've seen travel ball, and I know it gets a bad rap to some people. I think travel ball is a great thing. It's a very high competitive level baseball. You see a lot of kids doing it. You know, I think it's a great thing. I think the State of the Union's good. I mean, that's my opinion of baseball. I mean, there's a lot of great baseball players in this area. We went down to Myrtle Beach this week. There were 30 teams down there. A lot of really good teams. A lot of good baseball players. Now, football is higher than it's ever been. Which is great. You know, we've got a ton of football players play baseball. Mm-hmm. You know, I love football. I still love football. Yeah. I played in high school and love following football. And you know, I don't understand why. You know, there shouldn't be a reason why you can't do both. And there's a lot of kids that do. And basketball the same way. We got a lot of basketball players. So
I guess for this factor of the State of the Union of baseball, I go back to the number of rule changes since 1973 when they instituted the designated hitter. I never particularly liked that. I'm not a fan of the re-entry in some of